EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New England Patriots.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
James White's first carry. White's got a first down and more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. And it's second down. To throw again. Newton got a man open. That's Harry. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
They'll try and run it with White. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Cam Newton scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Makes the score Patriots 7, Dolphins nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. There with the tackle, Dietrich Wise Jr.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Demir Bird, 27 yards. And the Patriots add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Breida, the ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Ryan Fitzpatrick in at quarterback. His pass incomplete on the throwaway.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
To go.
35's the mic. Focus, defense, focus. Regular.
To throw on 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Mike, hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. What we got? What we got?
They're indeed going. It's Fitzpatrick. Now this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. 1st down, here's White. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And the Patriot 1st down.
Gun. Check 15, check 15.
Newton on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back. unsuccessfully.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. Got his man. That's Harry. It's a gain of 13, and how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To the air again, Newton. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Newton. Pass incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaq Lawson able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to 4th down as well. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half. He rifles one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, CD, taking a step back, we're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs. But Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle, just to name a few, they look really good.
They certainly do, and in a lot of ways, those are the teams that we expected to be 2-0 at this part of the season. I mean, it's no major surprise. But how about Arizona being 2-0 as well? People talked about them getting better in the offseason. I don't know how many of us thought they'd beat San Francisco in the opener. They did. Then they jumped on Washington this week, and they are 2-0 as well.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we know the not good news about teams that start 0-2. The Giants and the Jets both there, Detroit, Cincinnati. So, again, maybe some more predictable names.
Certainly they are predictable. Again, not a surprise for most of them, although many thought Detroit would be improved.
It'll be intercepted.
Okay.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, let's go back to the start of the season talk, Charles. We talked about some 2-0 and 0-2 teams. You mentioned Arizona, maybe a good surprise. Houston, a bad surprise. Any other teams a surprise at this point to you?
Well, I think that I would look at the Los Angeles Rams right out of the gate at home against Dallas, opening their new stadium. Many thought Dallas would go out west and beat them. That didn't happen. Then how about...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
He doesn't have the arm.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And it won't be a pick six, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Fitzpatrick gets this to Parker. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 38-yard line, second and 11. They'll throw again. Fitzpatrick. Try to lay one up deep. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Well, Charles, glancing back to week 2 of the NFL, certainly there were a lot of great games. Unfortunately, though, it was a tough day for injuries across the league, and the team probably hit the hardest, the 49ers, losing Nick Bosa and Solomon Thomas for the season. They also had Jimmy Garoppolo, Raheem Mostert also leaving that game, but they were certainly not the only team affected.
And remember, they were already missing George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, right? Those guys didn't even play in that ball game. So this is a team. Oh, Richard Sherman, of course, is on IR. They've really struggled in the early going. How about the Giants? Losing the face of their...
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.